happy Friday, and welcome to the show. You know, I'm here, you all are here, and it's Friday, and that can only mean one thing. It is time for this week's Pit Stop, where you, the pit crew, you are the real star of today's show. I hope you're all doing really well out there, having a great week so far, and have a good weekend planned, perhaps. I'm in a great state right now. Things are going well. We're getting shows done. We're getting caught up on content. We're working on new things coming in for future content. We've got the Porsche project going. I was working on our stuff yesterday. I'm going down there tomorrow and working again on the car, trying real hard to make this Thunder Hill race at the end of next month. So, yeah, really good things. You know, for me, I think life is about balance. Life is about having a job or career. I mean, maybe you're retired, so this wouldn't apply, but, you know, a job or a career that you thrive in, that you love, that you enjoy going to work for, having good family and friends as part of that balance, and having close relationships and people that you can talk to. And beyond that, having a life outside of those things as well. Hobbies, sports, common interests, things that you get to look forward to on that other time. And for me, I think about where I am, and, you know, I got all you good people as friends. I've got a great friends and family here in real life, you know, or in the physical life. And then I've got, you know, several hobbies that overlap into my career. And I just feel very lucky. And so I guess the reason I'm saying this is part of my thank you to all of you for being here and being part of that. In addition to it, I think a little bit of encouragement to you know, make sure that you are good and happy with things going on in your life and making the adjustments to make it better where you can. And just striving for greatness in terms of life as a quality thing. So, welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. And there are some really cool things in sim racing to talk to. Last week we had a little bit of a shorter or less, it wasn't shorter, it was just less news show. So, this one should be a pretty good one. And I like to think that we, the Simpit, are part of this first story I want to talk about. If you know, I recently did review the TR8 sim racing chassis by Trak Racer, and it was a very good chassis, a really good beginner chassis, but it did have some shortfalls. But it's a really good rig, and if you know Trak Racer right now, they make two different levels of a profile chassis that is immensely stiff and strong, right? But a profile chassis is what it is. I mean, and I don't want to turn this into a sim racing politics deal, but to me, the profile rigs are very simplistic in design. Yes, they're awesome, and functionally they're great, but they're not aesthetically the most pleasing to the eye. They're very industrial. The TR8, so Trak Racer makes both a profile chassis, which is going to make those people very happy that like just function first. And then on the flip side, you have those who want something that's going to look good. And maybe that's as much of a priority as long as it's still a good sim racing chassis. And so in the case of Trak Racer, they make a line of both the super rigid, super stiff industrial size, and then they make a set that is very beautiful and admittedly not as strong and rigid. So is it fashion over function, or function over fashion, or is it a nice combination of both? What I'm getting at is Trak Racer is now introducing the Trak Racer TR8 Pro. So this is basically coming from getting feedback on the rig, not necessarily only from us, from actually 10,000 TR8 owners, and they are making some changes or making a new model that is going to address a lot of the things that we talked about in our review. They're going to strengthen the pedal plate. They're going to make it more adjustable and a strengthened wheel mount. I don't know if I needed that much more adjustment. Maybe a little forward back more would have been good, but not. More adjustable and strengthened left or right side shifter mount, and a complete overhaul of the integrated monitor stand. So yeah, they are going to be introducing, you can see a massive difference in the way the monitor stand works in these photos. So anyway, at their website, they give this information, and if you're interested in getting details when it's available, you can sign up or register right there. Let me catch up with some of the chat. I'm seeing some good chat from you guys. Hey, Comoves. Hey, D1. You just got that. Yeah, I saw that. I saw those pictures of your profile SimLab monitor stand. Very cool. Happy Friday, Brian. Nick, How you doing, Nick? It has been a while. Welcome back to the Pitstop show. I'm not hating. No, Amir, it's not hate. Magic Science, have I ever thought about making a Q&A video on the world of simulators, given my great experience? Can you elaborate on that? Like, what do you mean, and what would you like to see in that? Do you mean the sim chassis themselves? Let's see. Okay, great. Everybody's chiming in. All right. So that is pretty cool. I don't think it's only part of our review. I think, again, it comes back to them getting feedback from TR8 owners. And I think everything they're doing, I'm sure it's going to be a little bit more expensive. You know, the monitor stand on its own looks more expensive. The shifter mount looks more expensive. And it doesn't look all that much more reinforced on the shifter. We'll see. It looks like this. Huh. All right, well, we'll see. But the most important thing here is, and I think this is some of the thing that I say on the show all the time, if you give constructive criticism in the right direction, that was for Alesh. That was for you, Alesh. Hey, Elvis, welcome to the show. We're looking at the updated Trak Racer TR8 Pro. So we recently did a review on the Trak Racer TR8, and it was a very fine rig, and I even declared it a really good starter rig, and that if you're going to work your way up to super expensive equipment, eventually you'd probably replace that rig anyway, even if it, but they have addressed some of the feedback that they've gotten. Strengthened pedal plate, more adjustable and stronger wheel mount, more adjustable and strengthened left to right shifter mount, and a complete overhaul of the integrated monitor stand. Alesh, I'm going to do you one better because this little blip on my right side here is, there we go. I had to fix that too, even though it cut off my hand. I was having a little, I've got a rig right here, and it is making it very hard for me to get set up like I'd like to. But am I worried about it? I'm not that worried about it. Why? It's a pit stop. It's Friday. We, the pit crew, we were just hanging out, chatting sim racing, talking about what's going on. But the important thing, I say it all the time. When you're unhappy in sim racing, and I don't just mean making everything a bitch fest, but if you're a little unhappy with something, then what I would do is send a constructive feedback. I mean, like I'll give this show, like, let's say you love my show, but you aren't super happy with something that you think we can do better. Well, if you send me a message that tells me how much you hate what I do, obviously it's going to sort of make it hard for me to take much away from that, other than that you hate it. But more importantly, if you constructive feedback is what it really is. So when you can tell the companies what you love about their thing and how you, as a passionate lover of their product, feel it can be better, it definitely has an effect. Yeah, right here. So yeah, I have a rig causing a shadow, and if it was anything else. Yeah, you're not a big fan of YouTube, Chris? I'm going to let that slide today, Alesh. All right, let's move along. Olli Kainen returns to the top step of iRacing's Rallycross World Championship podium at Brands Hatch. So we've been following the races. We had back-to-back winners before, and at this point it was Olli Kainen over Johan Harth, with John Robertson finishing in third. And our points are John Robertson, Olli Kainen, Hallman so far. And that is after 4 rounds in the Rallycross Championship. On the road side of things, let's get ahead of ourselves on this one. Van Luzenoord becomes the first repeat Force Dynamics Dallara iRacing Grand Prix Championship winner at Monza. So that went on. I heard that was whoa, that one. That's the button I wanted. So anyway, with that, it was Luzenoord over Berryman over Johan Harth. Look at Johan Harth taking podium position in both rally and Grand Prix championships. Peter Berryman leading the points with 78. Johan Harth in second with 75, and Luzenoord with 65. Keegan Leahy clinches. This is actually big news. The others were just your weekly winners kind of thing. Keegan Leahy clinches the 2021 eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series Championship. And with that, by the way, comes all of the accolades of being a NASCAR champion and all the prizes that come from that. In addition, $100,000. So he was down to 4 people who had a shot at the $100,000, but it was Keegan who won the championship. So congratulations to him. No art in that. No art winner. Right. Brian, well said, Brian. No art winner. I'm missing something. I'm missing something there. Somehow that's over my head, Elvis. So, Brazil. Oh, this is big news too. So the Brazilian Stock Car Pro Series. Those cars are coming to iRacing in 2022. Kind of a V8 supercar-esque looking car in terms of look, but it's you're talking about Chevy Cruze and the Toyota Corolla, based on the 2022 build. A series was introduced in '79. It's in its 43rd season, and all sorts of greats have driven the series. And yeah, so that's a new car that's going to be coming. Apex Racing Team, thank you for the clarification. So what do you guys think about this car? Is this an addition? These are gonna be front wheel drives, Toyota Corolla and the Chevy Cruze. So it looks like the shape of a V8 supercar, but we are talking front wheel drive, and I'm sure a lot less horsepower. What do you guys think? Is this gonna be like the Jetta V2? Is this gonna be? How do you feel about front wheel drive cars and racing in general? We run Lemons Racing. Lemons is about endurance with cars that shouldn't be on a track. Front wheel drive, in racing is sort of a no-no, but actually front wheel drive cars are actually doing very well in Lemons Racing right now. Call you if you need anything. Okay. And then this, Canadians, eh? Canadians, eh? The Red Bull Canada. It's time to go fast. Do you play iRacing? Welcome to Red Bull Ring Masters. We're trying to find Canada's fastest sim racer. Do you guys know who the fastest Canadian sim racer is? I don't. Do you? If you're nice on the wheel, you might want to learn more. So anyway, yeah, Red Bull Ring Masters Canadian. Red Bull FAF, forgive me if I said that. Is it PFAF? FAF is hot for Canadians. And iRacing are proud to announce Red Bull Ring Masters, a premier event series looking for Canada's best iRacing driver. Head to redbull.ca Ring Masters. Okay. And that's when you will find a page that looks like this. By the way, I do have the links to everything we're talking about today in the description of the show down below. Basically faster touring cars. Yeah, the Optima. I don't think these would be faster. I think the Optima is a bigger motor than the Cruze or the Corolla. I think. Front wheel rules. Not a fan of. All right. Red Bull Ring Master. So if you're Canadian and you'd like to take part, this competition is underway. All right, moving off iRacing and into Assetto Corsa, a little bit of just congratulations. I understand there was some good racing over the last weekend. Anyway, Andrew Lawson sealed third in the standings after holding off Dylan Tan and Jake Baldwin for the win in the GT World Challenge Asia. And I know I haven't gotten an update on who won, but I know the GT World Challenge Europe was going on this weekend as well, and that they had some good racing there. So, rFactor 2 blog for October, talking about tracks. I didn't get a lot of time to read this one, to be honest with you. But another 2 weeks and a day gone, and we're pleasantly surprised by the number of interesting questions we got about tracks. So this is actually a Q&A, or their dev blog Q&A type thing. We'll proceed with this, rotating topics every 2 weeks from now on so we can cover all aspects of the simulation. In 2 weeks from now, our next topic will be, you guessed it, cars. So get your questions in. So if you have questions about the cars and the path of rFactor 2. So I know my whole saga with the Motorsport Games rFactor 2, when it first happened, I was talking about how I was, a little concerned. Is it going to be a good thing? And since then, I have pat them on the back for doing good things. And then someone did question me recently. I don't remember if it was a comment on a show or an email direct or a comment in our chat. But it was like, well, what have they actually done? What is I don't know if there's anything per se that you could say was a huge change based on that. But what I can say is that they have still maintained being very forthcoming about the direction of what it is. They're still being, and this is an important one, they're still listening to their consumers, question and answers. One of my fears when it comes to takeovers is that means a company is going from privateer to now, owned by a company, a larger company, and that at some point the public starts becoming less of a concern, or at least less of a direct relationship. And I think that's one of the things, is that I was concerned we were going to actually see a fall off. So to maintain the norm and to keep going with being forthcoming on the direction of the sim and listening and talking with the public is a big part of what I meant. So whoever it was who asked me or put me on the spot about what have they actually done, that is my answer, or anybody else who thought about that as well. In AMS, the cruise is quite fast. It's a pretty hardcore car. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for that. Brian, looking for Booth or Joa. All of Andrews Slissen's one of the fastest guys we're going to race against. He only has driven front-wheel drive cars in real life. All right. Also from rFactor 2, going on this evening. I believe this is tonight. Maybe very soon, actually. Exciting times starting tonight with both the Le Mans virtual qualifications and also the Le Mans Virtual Cup race. The action will be live this evening from 1900 CEST. I'm not sure what time that is. Anyway, tonight is the all-important Le Mans Virtual Series qualifying session for the 6 hours of Spa. There are a lot of real-life big names in this, you guys. I don't have the list in front of me, but I've been getting some emails from them about this event. And you're talking about, I thought I read it somewhere on one of their things, but you're talking about like some ex-F1 drivers and some current drivers from various different series as well. So it could be fun to watch if you're looking for sim racing entertainment. Ooh, have they gone live? They might be live right now, you guys. Maybe not. Also, I've told you before, hey, go back to my beginning. Maybe you are, a designer. Maybe you're a prop artist for a different type of industry even, but you have those same skills. Responsible for creating high-quality props, which are commonly found at motor racing circuits. The assets will focus on visual output, technical quality, and a high level of accuracy to the real-life counterpart. Anyway, Studio 397, aka Motorsport Games, they are hiring for that position. I think they have more openings than just that. So, anyway, if you have skills, one of the nice things about something, and this, I think this is where, when I do talk about my fear of corporate takeover, by the way, turn this into a little mini rant show, one of my fears is that when we're at a privateer level, it's really common for rFactor way back in the day to actually hire like known good modders or known good track makers or artists in the community. The kind of guys that like, oh, someone put out this and everyone was driving it, right? Well, they might search those people out and either contract them or actually hire them to work for the, that company. As it gets more corporate, it starts becoming more but we want to see 2 years of experience, or we want to see a college degree, or, and they don't judge you by your work. They judge you by your resume. So, yeah, exactly, Amir. There are people who could do that. Well, Laser, maybe they have part-time work available. That is totally possible. Maybe they have a off-site part-time version of this. Or maybe if they're having trouble filling that, they'd be thrilled to get somebody part-time to hold them over till they could find somebody full-time. Anyway, could be an interesting opportunity to work your way in. Dirt Rally. When I go to the Dirt Rally page, it was mostly, so I'm not going to sweep this one under the rug. John Armstrong, if you guys remember, he was one of the Dirt Rally champions. Went on to become like an ambassador of the game for Codemasters. And then they became part of the sponsorship and part of the team behind him for the Junior WRC title. And so they've been following this. So a lot of times if you go to the Dirt Rally page, there's more about John Armstrong there than there actually is the game. Today's one of those cases because I think we're coming up with a midpoint in the season. And so they're giving all sorts of updates. Looks like he's in second place right now with 88 points. And it looks like, is this the final of this? It looks like it might be the final race. Anyway, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm just letting you guys know that they're there. Well, Laser, and who knows, maybe that's an indication of what they're paying or how maybe they're being very picky and choosy about hiring for that position. Okay, thank you, Dynamic. Thank you very much. So 20 hours, 19 hours away from those events happening. Yeah, there is, Dave. We're going to talk about that. Dave Blair, we're going to talk about that. So one thing I did want to mention about Dirt Rally, though, is that the full game is on the Xbox right now. So on free play days, you can actually play it until October 17th. So it gives you 2.5 days to play the game. If you've never played it, you want to play it for free over the weekend, you can. Just check it out at free play days on Xbox. Formula One, talking about racing went on. I just like to, I like to go over who wins races. I mean, I don't watch every esport race, but I feel as things move forward in the years that we're going to start to really know the who's who, and probably a lot of you might already know the who's who of the sim racing world. Jarno Opmer, looks like in the championships, he's leading over Lucas Blakely, and they had another event. I thought I was going to... There it is. This is what I wanted. It's 2 in a row for... This is the clip I actually want to show you guys. Sorry, just kind of spacing. Can you hear it? I can't. You can. Jarno Opner, 2 in a row for him. Dominant F1 Esport victory. There he is for the reigning champ in Austria, who takes the lead of the championship. And we saw that right here. 63 points over 49 for Lucas Blakely. All right. What else? Ah, the BMW. The BMW 2002. I gotta tell you, this is one of my all-time favorite cars. I don't know if you guys know this, but I like old school cars. I'm just kind of I really like some of the older cars more than I like new cars. It's not a matter of a value. It's more of beauty. You know, earlier, here's what it is. I feel like cars of yesterday were fashion over function, and today's cars are function over fashion. And it doesn't mean that new cars aren't beautiful in their own way, but there is just such a thing about a 2002 BMW. I just always loved it. It was one of the cars I always wanted one, and I never got. I doubt I ever will, but beautiful car. It is now coming to Ritza Studios via Automobilista 2. Actually, it's there. This is version 1.2.4.3. It is now live. It is the complimentary update introducing the famous BMW 2002 Turbo to the vintage touring car class, along with further developments to Monza and the usual collection of fixes and improvements. And there is a full changelog at Steam, so you can check it out on Steam, find out all the updates that happened, but the big thing being the BMW. Look at that beautiful car. That was... Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. I left the thumbnail up, but it was still the applicable one. So, yeah, there is the Steam page of the update, including that photo. Yeah, D1, awesome. You joined our rally series. Good, good, good. Or, that's good. And dropping links. Feel free to drop links. I have no problem with that. John Hill talking about the series 20 laps not being an adequate championship level race. I tend to agree with you on that, John. I think that championship level races should be a bigger challenge. 20 laps sounds like something we'd do. We'd run longer than that. What am I saying? We wouldn't run a 20 lap race in that scenario. Datsun 510. Yes, yes, Brian, that's another great car. Very similar shape. Racing 393, welcome back to the live version of the show. Thank you very much. Olesh, thank you. I think I got it. Who you guys want a link from me, or who wants a link? Give me a link. Thrustmaster. Oh, this is cool. So we don't have a lot of Simrigs to look at today. Or, let me rephrase that. We don't have a lot of Simrigs of like users or sim racers to look at. But this is really cool. This is at a trade show. This is Mac Defense Booth 8233 from October 11th to October 13th in Washington, D.C. This is the AUSA 21 annual meeting and exposition. But look at this cool Simrig. Running Snow Runner, big old truck, and you climb into their simulator there. That's awesome. Boom. Marco Favra. Mark, thank you for that. Let me check up on that real quick. I will catch that. I hope you guys don't mind the... Whoops. No, that's not what I want to do. Shoot. I hope you guys don't mind the distraction of me reading chat or the distraction of me looking for links when we find out about them. So, alright. This just in. Pagani and Asetek pen Sim Sports licensing deal. We're teaming up with world-renowned hypercar Pagani to extend the brand's experience to sim racing. The collaboration with Pagani is a licensing, marketing, and product deal for a number of Asetek's upcoming products for a premium sim racing experience. Soon, the most passionate sim racers and car enthusiasts will be able to experience the rush of driving a Pagani through a portfolio of products currently being developed by us. Interesting. The attention to detail, the designs inspired by Pagani's commitment to art and science working hand in hand combined with groundbreaking performance, basically everything Pagani stands for. Okay. Is this a shot or is this a picture? Interesting. Really interesting. So it looks like Pagani is going to get its own sim? Is that what I'm reading here? Mark, can you help me out with that? Anyway, that is really interesting. That is super interesting. The Renault 10 was a poor man's BMW. There are a lot of cars. There are a lot of cars that are BMW want to be BMW. BMW is such a leader when it comes to automotive design. There are many cars that aspire to be a BMW. Magic Silence. What is my favorite color and why the orange? Okay, so the orange, it's actually orange and blue, which are not my favorite colors. I always loved the Golf paint job. And when I was choosing colors, I just thought, it's such an easy going on the eye color combo that I figured it would be easy to do and it would be easy to get things that matched it, and it was unique and it was bold all at the same time. So I just thought it was a really good color to go with for the show. So that's how that. As far as my actual favorite color, I don't have one. I have different colors that just kind of cause different emotions in me, which I think is exactly what color is supposed to do. But I do tend to love green. Green is one of my favorite colors. I like dark green, I like bright green, I like fluorescent green, and I also tend to really like blue. I like really neon blues. So yeah, green and blue are my two favorite actual colors. But funny enough, like, green is one of my favorite colors, but, like, I don't wear green very much. It's just, yeah, it's just I find that I like it. There you go. There's my answer. And feel free to hit me with questions. I don't mind. I have no problem. We can, you know, that's what the thing. And when I was saying, do you guys mind when I'm distracted by finding a story or when I'm catching up with chat? I hope not. I hope that's part of what you guys like about this show. So, let's see. Yeah, great job, Amir. Amir Saad did a great job. And so, you know, what you guys don't know is that Amir had a second interview from the trade show. But as you heard from the first one, it was so loud. I mean, it was ridiculously loud at Sim Expo, making that very challenging. Oh, it's that computer. Asetek is a company known for making PC coolers. Asetek is making a set of pedals. And that news and screenshots have been out for a few months. I assume Asetek will make Pagani branded sim hardware too. That sounds very right and reasonable. I don't recall seeing those pedals. I don't. I truly don't. You feel free to send me a link to that if you haven't, Mark. Love to see them. Anyway, as getting back to Amir, so Amir did a second interview and with Gomez Racing, and we just couldn't clean it up quite enough to use it. So what we've done is set up an interview. So we're going to redo the interview. I'll actually do the interview, but it's something that also Amir was able to make happen when he was at Sim Expo, and we'll be doing that interview on Tuesday. One of my videos is playing in the background. Thank you, Devin. Is it still happening, or did I fix it? Is it fixed? Devin, can you get back on chat? Did I fix it? Hey, Alterman, how you doing? Oh, I don't think there's anything wrong with front-wheel drive cars. I've owned many, one of my favorite cars of all, a couple of my favorite cars of all time have been front-wheel drive cars. For racing, though, it's just a little different. For racing, I mean, I just don't think it's the best platform as far as fastest. There's a reason why Formula One. Let me just mute your audio then. How about that? I don't have it on here. Why is that audio not on here? Windows audio. Let's turn that off. That'll make it better. How's that? Is the audio? No, that audio isn't on. I don't know what's playing, you guys. It might be a video back here prior. Yellow and black. So it's the combo. And that's relevant too. It's the combo. I would like to know what's playing in the background. Is it this Thrustmaster video here? No, that's muted. What is playing in the background and where? I don't see any overlap. Bear with me. Whoops. Yeah, but I don't know which one. I don't see it. Usually, it's this one. And it's freaking looping. And it was looping. All right. Have we cured the problem? It was looping the F1 stupid video. It should be cleared up. Where were we? We were at Thrustmaster. Here's we were. All right. Fanatec making an announcement. Exciting news about our partnership with Alfa Romeo Racing. So if you follow that link here, we get to this. And Alfa Romeo Racing, Orlen F1 Esport goes full drive with Fanatec. Alfa Romeo Racing, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, this is a partnership. So here's CEO Sauber Group. Like in F1 and esports, it's fundamental to be able to have access to the best materials. Our partnership with Fanatec will allow the drivers of Alfa Romeo Racing Orlen F1 Esport to do just that, and to prepare for this year's competition the best possible way. Our objective is to win, and Fanatec are helping us do just that. Thomas Yackermeyer says, of Fanatec, CEO of Fanatec says, we're really proud to support the Alfa Romeo Racing Orland Esport team. Their consistency and raw speed have made them one of the most exciting teams to watch in the F1 Esport Pro Series. By working closely with the drivers and equipping them with the cutting-edge Fanatec hardware, Alfa Romeo Racing Orland Esports will be able to hone their skills and deliver even greater performances in the upcoming championships. I love press releases. I need people who write press releases for me. Devin, purple. Well, yeah, purple and aqua. Purple and aqua for Brian. We've seen that on your cars. Absolutely. And navy blue also. Bright. If it's like their partnership with BMW, you're not very excited. Demonetized in permanent loop. Yes, unfortunately, we might have ruined everything. All right, what else? What else do we have to talk about? A few more stories. Rick Motec. No news out of Rick Motec, but I just do want... Oh, Marco, you rock. Marco to the rescue. This just in. Oh, yeah, I remember these. I've seen these. Here, we're going to contact them. The ultimate sim racing pedal, Invicta. Learn more. Yeah, I remember seeing pictures of these. Yeah, we're going to contact them. Thank you, Mark. Thank you very much. How have I not put this on our radar? Totally missed this. That's something else I'm going to say about the pit stop. There is a certain pattern of... There's a certain pattern of what I cover. And if there are things that you think I should be focusing on or looking at or know about, you guys can always send me an email. I give my email address out all the time at Shaun, SHAUN, at thesimpit.com. You can always email me and give me suggestions for the show. And suggestions could be something as small as, hey, I notice you're not following this new company or this new sim or this new whatever. Please bring that to my attention. You can also always get in our Discord channel. At our Discord channel, we have all sorts of different chat groups to talk in, but there is one specific in the text channels that is submit links for the news. And every week before I do the show, I go in there and I gather the news that is given out by a lot of our good Simpit members. I mean, Dave, Mark, Tofi is posting all the time. Steam's doing it. Dave S is doing it. So Amir, everybody, not everybody, but yeah, if you think there's more that should be covered, feel free to post in there. Feel free to send me an email, anything like that. So, the reason I'm at Rick Motec, the reason I'm talking about Rick Motec is back when I did a show every day for Pit Stop, or when I did Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I was always able to let you guys know in the morning when it was Hot Lap Pump Day, which was really effective. Wednesday morning, here I am on the pit stop. I'm like, don't forget, at 3 o'clock, we're going to be here for Hot Lap Hump Day. Since I don't do a Wednesday show anymore, I've not been able to let you guys know. So what I have to do is let you know on the Friday before, which is 5 days away. So I hope your memory is as good as mine, because I'll be there. But this coming Wednesday will be Hot Lap Hump Day. And the new format has been really, really fun. I think it'll even be more fun if we can build up the numbers. The numbers kind of declined on Hot Lap Hump Day, but it's such a great event. So we changed things. It used to sort of be like this cutthroat winner-take-all format and just straight hot lapping for 4 hours. But now we're doing a combo. It's like 3.5 hours of qualifying, and then we take the top drivers and put them in a race instead of just going by the fastest lap time. The other thing is that we then have two very quick races, and we invert a certain part of the grid, which makes it very difficult for that winner of the first race to just charge through the entire grid back up to victory. Now, it happens, but it doesn't always happen. So Hot Lap Hump Day should be really exciting. Will be, and I will be there. I believe Robbie will be there. I think Bryant Highcotter is back for this one. I'm not sure. It's always sort of his schedule dependent. So Anyway, come out with us and join us for that. That'll be 3 o'clock p.m. my time, 6 p.m. if you're on the East Coast. European time, you'll have to convert to either East or West Coast. But 3 o'clock, and it'll be 3.5 hours of qualifying and then the races. So come out and join us for that. I will be streaming that, of course, live right here at Simpit. That's on the main channel here. That sucks, Terry. It's a fun event. Yeah, it's really fun. Tofi. That's actually very interesting. Are any of them publicly held companies? So I don't know if you can buy stock in current sim companies. Oh, NASCAR Heat 21 next week. I got to prepare for that. Trapdoor. All right. No one's been left behind. Feel VR. Dun, 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 dun. So September 24th, we had that Fall on the Sword video by the one of their big, I was gonna say owner, but he was like one of their angel investors who's now maybe taking the reins of the company, talking about what to do. So now what they've done is they've created a survey. But this is for backers only, so you don't have to go fill it out unless you back them and put some money down on a Feel VR way back when. This is part of that rehabilitating their name and hopefully getting a product to market that they're doing. And so anyway, the only reason I'm not filling one in, I didn't back them. I just want to kind of look at what they're looking for from their backers. So below you'll find the checkbox that you agree to share your decision with other backers. If you want to hide your contact details, provide back. Anyway, they want your name or backer number, email, where you went. Was it a Kickstarter or Indiegogo that you went through? What was your pledge? Was it for the bundle, the wheel, or the pedals? What reward options available for you? Please choose the most reasonable option for you. I am donating to help Feel VR recover and make sim racing affordable. So they're giving you options for how you would like to be reimbursed, so to speak, for, you know, the problem. So no, I just want to pass it forward, and hopefully you guys get off the market and everything will work out in the end. Or deliver in partial refund if you bought the bundle, or a full refund. So it looks like when they weren't sure, it looks like maybe, or are they using this to determine the one and only? But those are the options they're considering, let's put it. Choose your delivery, what would you like and how would you like it? Donation options, and for the donating, there, you know, do you want to pay, you know, donate money to cover the shipping at least? My decision is final. I agree to share my data and comments. So, again, we hadn't heard from him in a very long time. I know there was a lot of skepticism, you know, looking at August 19th to September 24th, you know, were the last two updates, but before that, it was, you know, a couple years. So, I think they're doing what they can. We'll see if it works out. I'd just like to see them get a product to market, to be honest with you. DKR, thank you so much for the conversion. 2300 BST is the start time for Hump Day. Thank you very much for that. I'm so bad with conversion. Dennis likes watching Hump Day. Awesome. Yeah, I'm excited for the new NASCAR game. I have to be honest with you. Yeah, D1 it is. Yes, it is. Oh, Amir, thank you. All right. Yeah, John, that's very relevant. John says the new, you know, inexpensive DD, the CSL DD wheel, kind of killed the need for the Feel VR wheel. You know, when they came on the scene, there was a huge need for what they were creating, massive need for the product they had in mind and were designing. And it's almost like, yeah, it's almost like they probably need to throw that out and update what they're striving for in order to really be effective. Because, yeah, it's just coming in at a place that, you know, there are other options that didn't used to exist. Yeah, Booth, I'm going to have to just make the time for that one way or another. That's all there is to it. Disrupt the schedule. I'm going to have to be more efficient. Okay. So, ETS. A couple things. Number one, they're doing their Pinktober drive. So, this is to support breast cancer awareness. I'm assuming it's like most of their other ones are... I don't see a thing. Nope, they want you to drive around with the pink ribbon. Each October, many charities around the world organize various events in support of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Due to the support and consequential impact of these activities, Pinktober has become an immensely important tradition. The idea is usually represented by the pink ribbon, which has become a symbol of hope and a reminder to promote and share the necessary information, health information. To help spread awareness of the cause, we hosted Pink Ribbon Charity Event, which came along in 2 special DLCs in 2019, one for ATS, one for ETS. So, so they are charging $1.99, and this is your way of being part of it. SES Software will be donating 100% of its Pink Ribbon Charity Pack proceeds to reputable breast cancer research awareness. So basically, you buy the truck for the $1.99, and it's part of a big community donation to a charity. Breast cancer charity, sorry. Anyway, there you go. And then you get the paint schemes, it looks like. They're going to do a live stream Thursday. That happened yesterday. Yesterday, it did a live stream. So that's what on the ETS. On ATS, American Truck Simulator, another update on the Texas. This time they're focusing on nature, so we've seen various different themes. I remember with Russia, it was like, oh, churches. So anyway, they're talking about nature. Plains, fields, and meadows. Yep, that's Texas. That's very Texas. That would be like northeastern, western Texas, if I'm not mistaken. To actually have mountains, right? Someone correct me on my Texas topography. This is still wish list. We don't know the time or date just yet still. Gran Turismo. So the Gran Turismo Sport FIA 2021-22 exhibition series starts October 20th. So we have the schedule of what's going on for the Nations Cup and Manufacturing Cup for the following season. Starting off October 23rd for the Nations Cup, October 20th for the Manufacturing Series. So the best of the best. We'll see Igor Fraga and others out there, I'm sure, in their thing. Stories still coming in. Ooh. This just in. Motorsport Games stock going through the roof. You can see that giant spike. No, but so it looks like 15. This is in USD. So they're on the NASDAQ at $15, and they're up 0.85 or 6%. That's actually a pretty big spike, by the way. If you oh, this is so great. Here we go. Thank you so much, Tofi. I'm enjoying. Now, why? So what? The arrangement with Sauber here. So Alfa Romeo. So coming on the heels of our Alfa Romeo news, Fanatec down $1.40 today, or 6.25%, and you can pick them up at €21. I'm assuming it's on the Munich exchange. So that's Fanatec having a tough stock day. So do we have more? Is this is this something that we need to be following in our sim racing world? It actually we control virtual worlds. So this is their corporate page for investment, it looks like. Well, the corporate page versus the sim racers page. Awesome. Since we're doing this, also, this is the ad. Laser posted it. These are the job openings. So, yeah, I knew there was a lot of openings at that shop. So, yeah, look at that. Prop artist, senior environmental artist, senior prop artist, senior technical artist. These are all artists. Physical engineer, UI back-end engineer, UI front-end engineer, back-end engineer, front-end, or graphics engineer. So is a UI back-end, UI front-end engineer, is that technically more of an artist position than an engineering position? Expand the timeline to more than one day on the Endor one? Yeah, so let's look at this on a 6-month timeline. Oh, wait, no. Did they just go on the market? Are they new to the market? Poop artist? Or is this just our thing not acting? Yeah. What's up? Oh, it might just because it's the Munich Stock Exchange. Oh. What is... I don't understand what the red part is. So the little white lines look like they're the actual stock price. No. Alright. That's really interesting, though. Looking at the stock price of those companies. I like that. Thank you for that. That was a fun diversion. Oh, where are we? We are Gran Turismo. We talked about that. Forza. So, now Dave Blair might not feel this way. Forza Horizon 5 leans into realism and is more drivable as a result. So this is an article at Polygon talking about Forza 5, and they are one of the groups getting an advanced copy. At Test Drive with Xbox, Racer offers much more than just postcard scenes and car cheesecake. So anyway, here's some of their thoughts, and I have the link there. If you want to read it, you can go read the article and see what they think about Forza Horizon 5. ADAC, so the Sim Racing Expo that Amir recently attended and just got back from, they're moving. They're no longer going to do it at Nürburgring, which I don't know if I think that's a good choice. I mean, it's on them. I mean, I'm not trying to tell them what to do, but, you know, having a Sim Racing Expo at a racetrack is such a beautiful pairing of things. It just makes so much sense. I think the minute you leave and go to just a regular place, I mean, now the draw has to be 100% the expo itself. I mean, for me to go to some foreign town just for an expo, that's the only reason I'm going there. When an expo is held at a racetrack, I could make an argument that I'm going there to see a track I've never been to, maybe take a track drive on a track I've never been to, maybe watch some racing on a track I've never been to, and the Sim Racing Expo. How awesome is that? So I hope this works for them. I mean, it might make it easier to attend. Nürburgring is not the easiest place to go to, but, or get to, I should say. So maybe it's an easier place to actually get to, which could help. So there could be some pros and cons. And so, yeah, Amir has a video coming out today or tomorrow that's going to talk on his thoughts, and he can tell you a lot better than I can because he's physically done the drive. He's physically been there, so he knows what it takes, and he knows the places and regions that they're going to. Yeah, like Dallas. Like so you had the Sim Racing for Life expo that used to go on that I went to, and if that was done at Indianapolis, it would be even better. You know, and especially now where Indianapolis is like 2 weeks. We have all sorts of field reporters working their butts off for today's show. Things are happening. Ray Alfalla, driver of the U.S. Mail number 9 Chevy for Hendrick Motorsports. Ray, what is happening? Things. Now, we know Ray Alfalla. We've interviewed Ray Alfalla. But does it say? I mean, that's his sim racing ride, isn't it? Help me be smart, Mark. Please help me. All right. We'll see if we can get an update on what's going on. Is he getting a real life ride? Is that what's going on? That would be so awesome. Front end is user experience, back end is functionality. Thank you. I'm not sure. Joke writers. I definitely need racing joke writers. They're both coding positions. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's what it kind of seemed like, but we still didn't really get to know, did we? This was posted October 13th. And that is Ray Alfalla putting on a real racing suit and a carbon fiber helmet. My best buddy's gonna race in real life. He's my best buddy. Every birthday I hear from Ray. I get a phone call. He sings me happy birthday, sends me a cake in the mail. It's like we're true besties. Turn 10. Let's check up on turn 10. Turn 10. It's not working. My computer doesn't like all brands. Oh wait, I thought I saw it there. Okay, I don't know if we're gonna do stock market though. It was fun to play. No, not that one. This one. Aye! They're 37% up over 1 year. Okay, enough of that. We're moving on. Simrigs. Let's look at some Simrigs. Let's do some things, and then let's get back to work. Simrig V. I just thought this was a cool looking rig. Nice looking rig. Oh, I like that. Little wheel holder right there next to the rig. Inverted Huisingvelds. Nice looking rig. All right, there's one idea for you, motivation. This one, hold on, let me go back. Oh, I lost the caption. This guy was clowning himself on his rig, and I was like, oh no, I think that's actually pretty brilliant. Look the way he made the pedal holder on the pedal deck, by the way, which I think is super slick. Yeah, that other one was super duper clean. This one is sort of a whatever it takes to be sim racing. But you know what? Back in the day, I would have been very proud of this setup too, I gotta tell you. So anyway, those are the only two rigs. Nobody posted any rigs in our post your rigs section this week, so I have no of our direct community rigs. Those are the two. There are only two on Reddit too, so it's sort of a so week. So let's check this out instead. This is the launch of the 2022 TL3 Racing Simulator. I'm going to take a swig of coffee while you guys get to check it out. That's pretty cool. I like that you're in a little eco bubble. Or sound bubble. Hey, that wheel deck looked like it wobbled quite a bit, didn't it? Didn't that look like a lot of wheel deck wobble? Like, it looked like it was not just motion, but... Look at how long this arm is on two sides. And then... Watch. So you can see him moving. His head moving will be how much the motion is moving. The wheel deck. I'm not looking at his hands, by the way. I'm looking at the top of the steering wheel. The white... I'm looking right up here on that other shot. Did you see that? It could just be camera. It could just be camera angle on everything. Can you see the screen, though? The screen is really good. Oh, Jamie Chadwick. Look at that. That's where, you know, that's where you got me, by the way. Is look at that monitor action. Or not monitor. Look at this view. Well, and here's the thing. Why don't they put a big giant support on the right side if they have a shifter on the rig? Hey, James Baldwin, we know him. If they have a shifter on the rig and you get in only on one side, they could have... Oh, look, it's adjustable. Okay, anyway, that's cool though, huh? That's a cool rig. I would definitely... If I own that, here's what I would do. And I'd love to have that thing. I would put a 2x4 under that right arm. Maybe do better. All right, here's another one for you guys to check out. Or this is the same. No, it's their other rig. Veloce. So this is the rig on its own, essentially? No. You know, I don't know. That rig looks a little... It looks like it's going to fight some of the same things the TR8 fought. Well, it's got a support bar right there. Anyway, the LC Series Racing Car Simulator from Veloce and Motion Simulator. Cool, cool. All right, time for me to talk about our Road League. League, we were at Red Bull Ring last week. I actually finished the race, by the way. Brian, yours is in the mail. So, 2 weeks ago, I threw down the gauntlet. No, I threw out the challenge. If you could beat me, I would send you a Simpit sticker. All right? That was the deal I made. And it was because I finished, like, dead last on the race before. It was really embarrassing because I spun at the start. And so I told people, I'm coming for you. Anyway, I ended up finishing in 7th place, meaning 6 people won or beat me. And that includes Randall White, who won the race, Joa Antonio, who finished 2nd, Amir Assad, who finished 3rd, Michael Thompson finishing in 4th, Brian Ostrike in 5th, and Wayne Roberts in 6th. All 6 of those guys. All they have to do is send me a message or an email with their address, and I will send them a Simpit sticker because I was determined to beat everybody. And that didn't happen. I had a good run. It was a fun race, and you can obviously see my stream. We streamed that live, and it was a pretty good one. Anyway, congratulations to Randall White, Antonio, and Assad on podium finishes. And our points after... Is that our 4th race? 4th race? 3rd race? I'll look at that in a second. Randall White leading the way with 125 points over Terry Crouch with 110. I bet Terry's going to be very determined in the next few races. Michael Thompson in 3rd place. Great job, Michael, with 92 points. Wayne Roberts and Joe Antonio round out our top 5. I'm nowhere in the points because I missed a race and I crashed out of the next race. Actually, that was the 3rd race. I missed Road America. I crashed out of Phillip Island, and I had a good day at Red Bull Ring. So... yeah, it's a really fun series. You should come out and race with us. That's on Sunday, and Sunday I'll be streaming that race as well. Also, oval side of things. So, last night, the oval guys, I was going to say boys, the oval boys were at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Oh, the Roval. That's right. I talked to Andrew about this, the Roval, which was going to be quite the challenge. Philip Bedford won the race over Nick Boyd with David Clymer finishing in 3rd. Good job to you guys. And our points so far are Nick Boyd leading the way over Philip Bedford. 170 for Nick Boyd, 163 for Bedford. And Joe Hildinger is in 3rd with 160 points. So that is on the Simpit Oval Series. So you guys knew, I mean, we run road, we run oval. And starting yesterday, is the Simpit Rally Championship. Now, you have all week. So yesterday, I believe, was the beginning. I think you have a week to finish the first race, if I'm not mistaken. Devin, please correct me on that. Simpit Rally Historic Combined Championship. And all you have to do that is the same thing. You just got to jump into our Simpit website. So if you look at our website here for the simpit.com, we have an apply to race. This is all you have to do to race with us. Go to apply to race. Give us some basic information, and our league admins will get you up and running and tell you what you need to know. So yeah, really cool. You could run rally, you could run road, you could run oval with us anytime you want. Determined. Let's see. Let's check in with a few of your guys' comments. We're getting to the end of this. Yes, I do owe you a sticker, Amir. I can't wait for this Sunday, too. It's always a fun race. Don't know about your number. Wednesdays at 1:30. John, you're supposed to send me a reminder on that if you remember this Wednesday. Understood. All right. What else? So another thing I want to invite you to is Dave Blair has been hosting Monday Fun Days. Oh, Amir, gotcha. I got you, Amir. I just got Amir's address, so he's claiming his sticker. Brian Ostrike has claimed his sticker. Terry Crouch doesn't get one. I beat Terry Crouch. Let's mark that in the calendar. I beat Terry Crouch at, where were we? Red Bull Ring. So, Monday Fun Day has been back, and Dave Blair has been each week picking a different sim, different racing conditions, and just throwing some spontaneous fun for anybody who's part of the Simpit community. Last week, they did Charlotte Roval. Or wait, no, this is the Roval. I'm sorry, this is the recap. Everything I said is true. I'm just looking at the wrong video. So, in addition to hosting Monday Fun Day, Dave Blair has also been doing recap videos for us. So what we are looking at here, and you're going to find this at Simpit Live, is the full recap of Week 4 at Charlotte Roval. So if you want to see how things played out that led to... who won? I don't want to screw that up. Philip Bedford. So if you want to see what led to Philip Bedford, who looks like he's on the pole at the beginning of the race, if you want to see what led to his win, you can find that on that video. In addition to that, there's a video of Monday Fun Day from last week. This is the video I meant to have up. And this is with Automobilista 2. That was last week's fun. So this week's fun is going to be on Race Room. So what Dave has already done is set up a set of races for Monday. So if you look on our Sim Race GP, and if you'd like to race with us in Sim Racing GP, all you have to do is send in an application to our league, and we have a section, I believe, in our Discord that tells you everything you need to know there. But ultimately, Monday, they're going to be running Mid-Ohio, and they're also going to be running Twin Ring Motegi. So 2 different bits of fun. We already have a bunch of people registered, 5 for one, 7 for the other, and it just opened up. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make a lot of fun available for you guys. You know, what is the Simpit? Simpit's a review site. Sure, we are a racing site. Yeah, we do some racing. We do some sim reviews. We do that stuff. But we're also a big community. And it's not always just what I'm doing. It's what our community members are doing collectively at a group through various different community leaders that are helping out. You know, you could be talking about Jerry helping out by running the Oval League, keeping all those guys happy. You talk about Amir running the Road League, keeping all those guys happy. You're talking about Devin and company running the rally racing. You got Dave Blair running the Monday Fun Day. All of these things are designed for you guys to have a place to be able to race against our common group. You know, I was actually watching my last stream from the last race, and I was looking at my intensity, and I had a conversation with Devin about this. That intensity was because I was racing against my peers. You know, everybody in that Sunday race is somebody I consider a friend. And I don't care what position I'm in, even more so in that race. If I'm in a public race, it kind of doesn't matter as much what position. I'm sure I won every position. But when I'm racing against you guys, it's every name. And I'm like, oh, I got to get by Dave. Oh, I got to, you know, and I'm constantly like, it means a lot. And you guys should know this. It means a lot when I do beat you, to me. All right? Just so you know. So I'm coming for you, trying to beat you, and I hope you're treating it the very same on your end. But the real point is racing with your friends can be a whole different level of fun than just the typical points racing. They each have their pros and cons, but I tell you, it means a lot more to beat my friend than it does to just beat some Joe Blow. Anyway, that is pretty much it for this week. I don't have anything else to tell you guys. Come out and race with us. You have options galore. You can be rally racing. That's starting up right now, literally. You can come out and race with us on the road, the oval, and all that good stuff. Monday Fun Day. And don't forget about Hot Lap Pump Day on Wednesday. And we have all sorts of cool videos. I have my lovely sticker video should be out today. at some point before the end of the day. And then I am working on the overpowered GT Lite. I've got a rock solid rig on the way and a few more tricks up our sleeve. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for being part of the show. Thank you for making my Friday better every Friday of the week. That's going to do it for today. Have a great weekend. This is the Simpit. I'm Shaun Cole, and I'll see you on the track. So, speaking of fun, one of the things I've been really wanting to do, I just talked about racing with you guys and the big ego thing there is about beating each and every one of you, right? The other thing for me is about getting back to the roots of what made me start sim racing to an extent. I mean, way back when it was all about league racing, sure. But when it became that multiplayer world that we live in now, it really did, for me on iRacing especially. It was about getting out there and doing racing for points also. And being able to jump around and have the freedom that something like all the great sims offer, you know, the ones that have a variety of cars and tracks. So one thing, and I'm not ready to make an official announcement as to what day or what time. I can just tell you what I'm shooting for. So, like, I'm working on this lovely sticker review. As soon as it's done, I have a little bit of freedom and I can go do something fun. And what I do want to do is get back to just, like, randomly finding where the crowd is, you know, on a Friday night maybe. So maybe tonight I can do it. Maybe tomorrow night. You're going to have to kind of follow the Simpit live on Twitch page. But I want to get back to just jumping in some open lobby, strength of field races, getting out there and just saying, hey, I'm going to jump in the 7 o'clock Formula V. And then if it goes well, great. And if it doesn't, well, maybe we'll run another one. Or maybe we'll go find another big crowd over in the Mazdas or in the GT3 cars. Forgive me. Oh, it's John Hill. John Hill, who knows we're live, so he must have something immensely important to say. Yeah, John?
I see you on Twitch. I did see you on Discord live.
Are you not watching the show on YouTube?
Yeah.
And I'm not live? What are you doing, John? Are you losing your mind?
You did that little thing where you come back?
Yeah.
It's not really over?
Yeah, I'm not really, it's really not over.
Oh, you fooled me.
How, I don't know how you'd be fooled. It's like, it's so predictable.
I know, but I forgot about it.
You realize you realize you just let the whole world know this, though.
It's because I had something really good to say, but I'll wait.
Okay.
You finish your show.
Okay, goodbye.
You want me to call you back in about 2 minutes?
I'll call you back. How about that?
All right. Sorry about that.
All right. There you go. Over the hill, everybody. So my point is, I'm not ready to make an official announcement. But tonight, tomorrow night, and more so in the future, I really do want to get back to that and being able to bounce around and sort of in the same concept of what Dave Flair's doing on Monday, Fun Day, but kind of just do that, you know, on random days and do it very focused on myself. How's that? Anyway, that is kind of just something I want to let you know, and definitely want to make sure you're tuned in and following Simpit Live on Twitch, because that is probably where I'm going to be doing that, at least in the short period of time. We're always bouncing things around and where they are. But anyway, that is something, and that kind of comes on the heels of everything I'm saying about getting out there. Yeah, quick, I'm going to end it for real right now. So 3, 2, if you're going to try to interrupt the show, 3, 2, 1. Have a great weekend, everybody. Simpit Live. Simpit out.